I'm thankful that this meeting is here. For 2 years, 3 years, she said everything was here was illegal. Now she's forced to come here to do the right thing. The judge forced her to come here to do the right thing. And she's been saying that secret squirrel meeting for how long? And people were believing it.
Then they turn around and have a secret squirrel meeting at the park district. Why? Just to pass their narrative of the things they want done.
I couldn't believe I looked at this agenda and saw the word secret squirrel on a freaking, on a professional agenda for a village.
And then the very next, I believe 2 days later, they had a special meeting.
Secret squirrel meeting.
If you look on that first page, she has secret squirrel meeting on there. You know what made that necessary? 11 canceled meetings.
Hi guys, this video is about this guy right here. This is a former trustee. His name is Ed Steves. I decided to do a little video compilation of sorts about him going at Tiffany Henyard.
And you guys don't want to pay any of the bills. Like y'all know we got other bills besides you talking about an ice rink. We have other bills to pay.
How much is it for roofs? We paid $40,000, $50,000 for roofs. We haven't, y'all hear the grant. We haven't heard, where's this grant at?
Okay, did you ask any questions to find out where any of this stuff is?
Have you contacted any of your board leader?
Because he is one of the trustees, like Kiana Beller, but he has his own way of going at Tiffany Henyard and not letting her get away with things. He used to put her in her place back in the day, and there's a lot of footage of him standing up at board meetings, just basically giving her a piece of his mind. So I'm not going to be talking too much during this video because, honestly, I don't have to. If people did their research, they could easily go back and see a lot of video footage, how she used to act as a trustee compared to how she acts now as a mayor. They will see the stark contrast and the constant hypocrisies in how she used to present herself to the residents and really how she got her place as mayor. But I digress. Let's go ahead and get to this.
The price that we paid to let that lady stay in a hotel room from that moldy house that Trustee Henyard manages or owns. The price was $540 that we paid to house her for a month. So what's the process of getting that money back?
She was able to get the village to pay for the hotel for the lady she screwed over.
They charged us $270 a week. We paid for 2 weeks. You know, there was someone else that paid for 2 weeks for her.
Okay, so what's the process of getting that money back to the village? That money was put out. But Trustee Henyard would be interested in paying that money back to the village.
Our village attorneys...
Y'all are out of order. Where's the attorney at?
Our village attorney suggested that we pursue those costs to Trustee Henyard.
Thank you, I just wanted to know.
Okay.
And for the record, y'all do know this a government meeting. This has nothing to do with civil matter. Just for the record, okay.
For the record, anytime you got public money getting used, we have a right to address public money being used.
And then, now, she wants to say, for the record, this is a government meeting. Well, for the record, you're commingling your little personal life with government funds.
I guess I'll start with the weight loss challenge. You said that you made how much off of it?
$985.
$985 for the first one was 2, correct?
Yes.
So $985 for both? Or
no,
one?
the first one we covered that expenses. That was 2-3 months ago. We're dealing with the second one right now.
How much how much did you make off the first one?
We made enough to cover the whole thing, the first one.
So you made even $1,000?
Yeah, I think we made a little bit more than that, and we got about 15 new members. The person who put it on is Sadiq. If you have any questions for him, he could talk about why we did it.
I got questions for you, so that's why I'm asking, because you're over it.
I just told you.
So I know, but I'm asking, is this no fight? I'm just asking my question so I have an understanding. Is this no fight? I'm just asking my question so I have an understanding. So it was $1,000 that you said you made on the first challenge.
He said a little bit over 1,000.
Okay, a little bit over 1,000. And we paid out 1,000, correct?
Yes.
Okay, now the second one, which is now,
yes,
we made $985.
Yes.
And we need to pay out 1,000.
Yes.
So she haven't received any money, any funds?
No, because we have to vote on it.
What was that?
We have to vote on it.
Okay, this is where I'm at with it. Whenever we do something as a board or a body or a member here, we should get approval before we launch it. It should never be afterwards when a person is upset or mad because they didn't get their money. Whenever we want the board support, half the time we say we don't have the funds. So my thing with that is, if we didn't have the funds to do this, why did you put it on and put the village stamp on it? It was you pushing it, so you should pay for it, is how I feel about it. I don't think it should come out the village. Hold on. I don't think it should come out the village funds, because as you can see, homeward disposal, all these things we owe for. And if y'all not making the money to replenish it, it doesn't make sense for the village to cover the expense.
I guess you didn't hear nothing I said then.
I heard what you just said.
We raised enough money to pay it. Did you hear me say that?
Okay, so normally when you put on something, you're supposed to make money to profit and make money to dish out. So you didn't make enough to cover the expense. That's what it sounded like to me.
We were short $15. And when I say we got 13, almost 20 new members, and that was the whole point of the whole weight loss challenge, to promote the gym and to get new members there, and that's what we got.
So you don't think you should cover this expense?
$15?
The $1,000?
No.
Do you feel you should cover it?
I just told you that it's covered.
And this is not the correct way to do it. We found out about him when we got the agenda. We talked to him on Sunday for 20 minutes. Again, no background check was given, even though we implemented. We passed it to get the background. That still hasn't been given. We got his resume as we were talking to him. So this mayor was a trustee for 8 years. This was not brought across the board the right way. It's last minute, and then it's forced on us. And then you wonder why we do this. You know this is the wrong way to do this. You complained about this for 8 years. You did it all wrong. You can't get this to us on Sunday. We talked to him on Sunday for 20 minutes. That wasn't even enough time for two trustees to talk to him. And I told him today when I talked to him, you don't have the vote. We don't have the vote because we don't know him. We don't have enough time to sit down to vet him to get a right answer. There's no background check on him right now. We don't know. So if you do it the correct way, Mayor, which you know how to do, because you complained about it heavy for 8 years, you're doing it wrong. You cannot just force this on. You have to work with your board, Mayor. You have to work with your board.
All I'm asking is to stop doing that. Go before the body and get your approval. That's it. That's it. Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. I'm done.
Remember that statement that you said over and over again? You're not working with your board. You're forcing this on us, and you're just shoving it down our throat. You have to learn to work with the board, period. My name is Edward Steve, former trustee. It's good to see everybody. It's enough of hearing paid actors to come up here and talk, and paid employees to come up here and talk about what's really going on. Listen, let me be clear. It is not, we did not get that $30 million lawsuit, whatever lawsuit was, because we left the meeting. I got in an executive session and asked the question quick, very clear. Was that the reason why? They said, no, it's because the insurance didn't want to settle. I'm gonna FOIA the minutes, I'm gonna put it out there so you can hear for yourself. So you keep hearing one narrative and it's misleading. It's dangerous to hear one side of everything and believe it. Nobody forces mayor to dress like Nino Brown.
Nobody knows something. Don't nobody know nothing? Yeah. Nobody.
Hey y'all, I am Super Mayor, and I want to thank the people of Dolton for the new change. Give it up for y'all new trust.
Yeah, I went across the bridge. Anybody else want to know? I'm good with you.
So yeah, I'm sure everyone who knows about this little drama in Dolton knows that she went to one of the board meetings dressed up as Nino Brown. Nino Brown was a character that Wesley Snipes played in an old movie called New Jack City. Wesley Snipes' character was a drug kingpin. Of all people she could have chosen to dress up as, that's who she picked. But what I found interesting too is that she chose to do it at this board meeting where a new police officer was being sworn in, like way to make a joke out of his swearing in. I mean, I wouldn't know what to think if I were the police officer working hard and then the mayor showed up in that costume for my swearing in. That's kind of like an insult, right? What do you guys think? Let me know down below. But anyways, let's get back to this.
And have a DJ at our board meeting to play Be Better Have My Money.
Because one thing they told me to let you know, from my attorneys to the guy that you guys voted for to pour the concrete. But I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to leave you with this. DJ, what they tell me to tell them? Thank you, DJ.
Are we still in discussion, Mayor?
Yeah, we in session. This is my time.
No, I was
doing
just
discussion.
asking
I'm doing
because I wanted to
discussion.
say
However I
something.
want to discuss it, that's how I'm gonna discuss it. And I'm looking for that Rihanna. That's what I'm looking for. Because at the end of the day, this is what they told me to tell y'all right here. Every single resident, pay me what you owe me. Thank you, DJ.
That's embarrassing for this whole community that the leader would do that. I got calls from California. Your mayor really dressed up like Nino Brown at a board meeting? Yes. And yeah, some of y'all applaud that madness. That's the type of leadership y'all want? Yes, we want things to get done. Yes, but there's got to be transparency. This is an ordinance that the trustees pick the committee. She took every committee around and gave it to 2 trustees, which is against the ordinance. So she don't follow no ordinance. She wants people completely say yes to everything. The trustees pick the committee. She took every committee around and gave it to 2 trustees.
So my issue with that, as an elected official, as a trustee, we all have committees, and that is our right. That's what we do. The mayor should not be allowed to appoint. He has appointment powers such as public works, police, and fire. So I don't think he should be able to appoint our committees. We should be able to work amongst ourselves as a board, as a unit, to basically pick what committees we want to chair and be over.
Is another situation where they took my power from me. Every other mayor appoints the committees.
I'm senior trustee, for those that don't know me. I'm the youngest person on this board.
Got
I've been on
nothing to
this
do
board.
with it.
Hold on, I'm explaining. I've been on this board for 6 years. 6 years. 6 years, we never had a problem.
6 years we had trouble.
We never had a problem with our committees.
You guys already know what time it is. You know she makes this too easy for me, right? So, on the one hand, we have the mayor saying, you guys had plenty of trouble with your committees. And then we have trustee Tiffany Henyard saying, oh, everything was fine. Everything was rainbows and butterflies. We all got along well. You know, I'm gonna pull up those receipts, right? So let's go ahead and take a little trip back and listen to trustee Tiffany Henyard arguing about her getting kicked off a committee, of all things, right? Imagine that. I know, let's watch.
Next thing on the agenda is F, committee chair change of planning committee, and this is put on by trustee Pearson.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to move trustee Stubbs to chair the planning committee.
Aye. Second.
Wow. Come on, we in this discussion. Let's go.
So it's discussion time now, and go ahead, trustee Henry.
Thank you. Residents, you guys know me. I've always spoken up, spoken out. I don't sit with one particular person on this board. If it's wrong, you're going to hear my mouth. If they right, I roll with them. It don't matter if it come from the mayor department or if it come from, what you call them, Fantastic Four. I will advise this board not to support this nutball stuff on removing me as chair of housing that I've been over for the last 5 years. I am the senior trustee. I am the youngest trustee. I've been here forever. I grew up in this community, and I advocate for what's right, not what's wrong, or not just because I want to be cool or be in the in crowd. I don't roll with the get along. I will stand alone by myself.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I've heard this speech before, so I'm not even going to just let her continue to yell, okay? Because that's basically what it is. But I will be honest, she did make a good point, all right? She was going against this company called BP Capital, who came into Dolton and started buying up houses or something, and they just seemed really shady, okay? So she wasn't getting along with the other members of the committee. But the thing is, with Tiffany Henyard, the child ain't got no home training. She has no interpersonal communication skills. She doesn't respect anyone. She thinks she has to yell to get your point across. It sounds much like a child, right? Throwing a tantrum. She doesn't realize that you can catch more bees with honey than with vinegar. All right, all these cliches, they're really true. That's how it is in life. I mean, people will only put up with your tantrums for so long. Once they get the opportunity to slide that seat out from under you, just like Dolton's going to get, hopefully, they slide that seat from under her, and she's not the mayor anymore. Because she's just not mayor material. She's not leadership material. She needs to work on herself, all right? I digressed, you guys. Let's get back to what this video is about. And hear Trustee, our former trustee, Ed Steve, talk a little bit more.
You know, I've watched these meetings for the past 6 years. And the committees, that's why 6 years, nothing's been done. Trustees make committees because they want to be against the mayor. That's what we witnessed for the last 4 years. They make committees just to fight against the mayor because they got personal vendettas against the mayor. It's not about giving him complete control, but it's about working with him. Me and him have a relationship. So you work with him, but I'm not on a grandstand or attacking or trying to embarrass him in public. That's what these trustees did for the past 6 years.